My job is crisis management. So if there's a crisis, then I'm a manager.
I've been lied to in this business for so long.
Get down!
What you thought was gonna happen?
I didn't think this far ahead.
You need to listen to me. He's dangerous and powerful. I gotta fight power with power.
What are y'all trying to do to me?
People want you dead like they did your friend. I just want to make sure that you're okay.
Oh, you're gonna have to kill them all now, baby, bro. Every last one of them.
All right, let's get into it. My first question is, what made you want to make Secret Society your first film project? Just in overall.
Well, Secret Society is a very, very unique story. It's one, quite frankly, that I myself have never seen before on the screen. And so I wanted to, share that story. I felt it was an important story to share. And it was actually my first book as well. So I just found it fitting for it to be my first movie.
Makes a lot of sense. Tell our viewers who may not be familiar with Secret Society, what is it about as far as the franchise?
Secret Society is about these two beautiful, flashy girls who hustle men for money and material possessions, but they have a jaw-dropping secret that once revealed, all hell breaks loose. And now we are on Secret Society 2, which basically picks up where part 1 left off, and it follows the main character, Celeste, into her new life. She's climbing the ranks of Hollywood with her new best friend. And you know the phrase, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. That's exactly what happens with Celeste and her new friend Cece when their pasts come tugging at their Louboutins.
Yeah. Well, I love the first one, and I actually got a chance to watch the second one last night. So kudos once again. I loved it. It was, the first one was bomb. This one was even bomber.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me because I'm sure and a lot of people listening and watching know that, when it comes to sequels, it can hit or miss, especially if the first installment was something that fans come to love. Just are afraid that you're going to disappoint them with a part 2. So I was intimidated, honestly, with even doing part 2, but I'm so grateful that it came out the way it came out. And like you saying that you loved it, that's a big plus for me.
Yeah, the sequel has already been a huge success over the weekend. We know by our own stats. What do you think it is about the story that keeps people interested?
Well, one, I think that the main thing is that it's groundbreaking. It's everyone can tell you, and you can see it's never before seen content. I've never seen anything like it. I'm sure majority of you have never seen anything like it, especially to the quality and the level of production that Miasha and Rich bring it to you at. Yeah. I mean, it's real life. It's real life, but like I said, it's on a subject a lot of people are afraid to bring to light or to speak on. So, I'm just happy that they were brave enough to go into that arena and bring light to certain situations and things. And I mean, that's why it's such a huge success. You know what I mean? Because it gives a voice to everyone. You know what I mean? And it shows you another side. You know what I mean? To everybody, it shows you everyone's point of view. It shows you, you know what I mean, like the sorrows that Celeste went through. You know what I mean? It really shows you, because a lot of people don't think or go into, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't think or go into thought of what other people's perception or what other people's point of view or what other people's life is. Right. When they just think or see you doing something. You know what I mean? They don't think what you've been through or what your current state is or what you know what I mean? They just look at what you're doing, I'm sorry, I was long-winded.
No, it's all good. It's in detail because it leads into the next part. Tell our viewers, because you mentioned the story, never really being told like this. Tell us what the story is about for those who haven't seen it, and then your character.
Okay, so there's only so much I can tell.
Oh yeah,
but what I can tell you is, as far as what I can tell you about the story, I believe the story is great. It's eye-opening. It's uplifting. It's informational. It's educational. It's entertaining. It's all of that wrapped into one. It's just like the perfect way to raise awareness and show, you know what I mean? Like without, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but it's like perfection. And I'm not saying that because I'm in it. You know what I mean? Like it's a great movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even the you know what I mean? Like you got to check it out. You know what I mean? The storyline, everything is great. You know what I mean? It's heartfelt. It's emotions to be felt, and it's emotions you want to feel when you're going through a movie. It's refreshing to see a movie like this. You know, like I say, I'm excited. I love it.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. It's a Cinderella story. It's going to tell you about the ups and downs of trans life and what the things they've gone through. And like I say, even if you haven't seen the first one, I don't even want to say this much. It's just like, oh man, you know, it's just like, you know, it's a great informational way to educate people in the community. I think, you know, I mean, and I'm glad to be a part of the project.
Yeah, and very entertainingly done. So yeah, I agree. What I really love too is it continues on in a unique way. You know, it's not the average sequel. So my question for that is, what do you want people to get out of the story? You know, continuing on, pretty much.
I want them to continue to, you know, empathize with Celeste, the main character, and just to like follow her journey to where she's trying. Her biggest goal in life is just to have normalcy. And for a lot of people, that seems like, you know, nothing. Like, because we are fortunate to live lives that we consider normal without having any kind of stigmas attached to us, we kind of overlook that there are some people in this world living a life that they can't consider normal for various reasons. So I want the viewers to continue to empathize with her and to understand her, and to witness her, you know, her arc, how she goes from, you know, keeping this big giant secret and living this lie, so to speak, to really finally realizing what it's going to take for her to really have what she's longing for. And that's for her to finally accept who she is and be open about who she is to the world.
Yeah, I like that. And then I have to talk about the cast because they're amazing with such a wide range, from Vivica Fox, Jeremy Meeks, Snoop. How did you decide these actors were right for these roles?
Well, the auditions decided it for me.
Okay.
I am very big on wanting the characters to appear as real life people.
Yeah.
I know some movies will just put a bunch of different names in the movie because they want to sell the movie. Yeah. And for me, I want to sell the story. I want to sell the emotion. So it's about who's going to deliver that. And those auditions told me everything that I needed to know. Especially when you talk about like a Black China or a Bobby Lights. I had never seen them act before, so I didn't expect when they reached out wanting, you know, a part in this movie. But of course, I'm not going to shut my door to anybody. I'm not going to judge a book by its cover. I'm going to let the work speak for itself. So I opened it up for auditions to them, and their audition tapes like slayed. So I saw them as those characters in their audition tape.
I can believe it, because that was my follow-up question. Because Black China did her thing. I didn't see Black China. I seen a publicist. So I wanted to ask you, what was your experience? Like you said, you didn't know about her and Bobby Lights even acting. What was your experience overall? I know you were surprised, happily surprised, but what was the experience like working with, we'll say, Black China and Bobby Lights?
You know, it was a good experience. Starting with Black China. She came with an open mind, and she came to follow instruction, and she wanted to make sure that she did the best job she could do. So she was really willing to listen to the director, Jamal Hill, listen to myself when we gave pointers, and she would try and try again. She didn't want to settle. She wanted to make sure we got the most, you know, best take we could get. So she was a trooper. She did the things over and over again. She worked long days. She did multiple scenes in one day, and she just really pulled through. I was surprised to see her work ethic, because like I said, I had never saw her act before. And I know that's a big different ball game than, you know, things that she may have done in the past. So I was very happy to see how she, you know, pulled out all the stops for her role. And Bobby too. He was just a natural, you know, Bobby's a character anyway, you know.
Right.
So I feel like he was just born to play Gerald. Like he knew exactly where the camera was and which ways to, you know, direct his attention. So he was a joy to work with as well.
Yeah, he had a serious demeanors down. I was like, all right, go ahead, little bro.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. And then the first one, you worked with a great cast, and you mentioned great director Mike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What was it like doing the sequel with all the new cast members, kind of like Bobby Lights to Black China? How was the range of working with them?
Oh, you know, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. You know, they're the celebrities, so you know, I try not to jump in their face too much. You know, but you know, it was wonderful. They were more than kind. You know what I mean? Bobby, I didn't get to meet him on set, but I know my mom is a big fan of his, and he took a picture with my mom. I was very appreciative of that. You know what I mean? He's a cool guy. Yeah. You know, Black China, I didn't get to, I did see her. We did speak a little bit shortly on set, but, you know, we spoke more at the premiere, and she's, you know, a lovely young lady and a brilliant, she did amazing. This was her first time actually acting. Yeah, she did amazing. You would be shocked. You know what I mean? And, you know, as far as the rest of the cast, it's just the same old goodness that you get. You know what I mean? It's you can't beat it. You know what I mean? Celeste came back, you know, killing it as always. Erica came back, killing it as always. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, the cast is going to do what the cast is going to do. Jeremy came back, killing it as always. You know, I'm very proud of this cast. Tyler came, you know, killing it. You know, they execute their job so well. The rest of the cast, and just I'm so happy we're able to do it. And I think it's just because we're all so comfortable and cool. And she did such a great job. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to cast a great cast, but it's another thing to cast a group of people that gel well together. And I think that was why everything was so easily, you know, so easy to get into. Because a lot of times you don't feel, I don't want to say comfortable, but you know, they made it easy. I'm glad, you know, to be a part of this cast. I'm honored, you know. Yeah, it shows, it comes across on the screen that you guys actually work really well together. Because some ensembles, like you say, you don't really see it, but you understand. But this ensemble, you get it. Yeah, I love it. You know, it's like a family reunion every time we get together. So we love it. We and what can I say? I just got back from being around my second family, so I'm excited. Yeah. It's a great movie, you know. No doubt. And then you told us in so many words already, but just in one frame, tell us why people need to tune into Secret Society 2. Well, one, I mean, the main reason you need to tune into Secret Society is because I'm in it. You all gotta go check me out. What you mean? Y'all gotta go check me out. But no, in all seriousness, like I said, it's a groundbreaking movie, and I'm not saying that because I'm in it, but literally it's something I think for all ages. All ages can, well, let me say, all ages can learn from. Some things may not be for all ages, but it's a subject that I feel like all ages, and the storyline that all ages can learn from. It's education that I never had, you know, growing up. And you know, even I learned a lot from it, and I'm in the movie. You know what I mean? So it was, like I said, it's great to get and see things from somebody else's point of view and somebody else's perspective, and see where they come from and what the things they deal with, and and how, you know, one person may feel this way, and a lot of times, you know what I mean, and you see it, you know, you'll see how just because, you know, and I think it happens in every community, just because one person does something wrong or something happens, people start to blame the whole community. Right. You'll see all that happen in the movie. I don't want to give it up for you, but it's definitely a good watch. You guys need to tune in. You guys need to be educated. You guys need to be entertained. And this movie will do all of that for you. This movie will definitely do all of that for you. Check it out. Secret Society 2. Already.
Concur. You be approved.
Man, yes, sir. Thank you so much.
But then you have to tell everybody why they need to tune in July 29th on Prime Video to the sequel, The Secret Society.
Secret Society 2 is just going to take you guys on a ride that you were not expecting. You're going to learn a lot of things. You're going to gag. The fashion is top tier. If you thought part one fashion was something, wait till you see part two. There's a lot of reasons to tune in, but just keep in mind, you know, I am a Black woman, independent filmmaker. This has been my dream since I was a little girl, writing books and wanting my books to become movies. And so I just thank all of you for the support of one and the support going into two, because it's because of you that I'm able to do this, that I'm able to live my dreams and do it independently with my own money. Yeah. That's something that a lot of us don't get the opportunity to do. And I hope that me doing this opens the doors for many more people like myself to come through and put their work out there.
Yeah, definitely. I love that you said that, and you do a great job, and that you were meant for this. So it's really good to see that, you know, it coming to the forefront for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No problem. And then you touched on it a little there, but tell us how you got your start in the industry and pretty much the attention of Hollywood.
So I started with books. I was an author signed to Simon & Schuster, and Secret Society was the first book, came out in 2006. And then a few years later, I produced the stage play version of Secret Society in Philadelphia, my hometown. And then I took it to Atlanta, which Vivica Fox hosted. Okay. So her being in the movie is a full circle moment. Yeah. And I just kind of kept, pursuing it. It wasn't about really getting the attention of Hollywood. That was my dream early on because I thought that was the only way. And to be quite honest, years ago, that was the only way to get your movie seen, is that you had to go the Hollywood route. But with technology, with places like Amazon and all of these streaming platforms emerging over the years, independent artists like myself now have a home that we can go to where we don't need those gatekeepers, or we don't need those third-party connections to get into that whole Hollywood world. But I did want my movie to look like it was a Hollywood movie. Exactly. Even if it was independent, I said, I don't want it to look independent. I don't want it to sound independent. Right. So I was blessed to have an amazing team, an amazing crew of people who not only knew what they were doing, but who were willing to wear multiple hats. There were no egos on set. Everybody did whatever needed to be done for the betterment of the project.
That's always good to hear, especially when it's us.
Exactly. Exactly.
And before we wrap up, are there any more books in your near future that we can expect?
I think that I'm going to be focused on TV and movies for now, and just transferring. I have 10 books, so I'm ready to turn majority of them into some type of film or TV show.
Okay, looking forward to whatever you do with them. And before we wrap up, is there anything else you want to leave with our viewers?
Just to check out Secret Society 2, Never Enough, on Amazon Prime, July 29th. And if you're anywhere around the world, I get a lot of people from South Africa, Canada, Australia wanting to watch the movies. You guys can watch it on Vimeo on demand, July 29th. And follow the movie page, Secret Society Movie, on Instagram. Myself, Miasha Official, Miasha Official, on Instagram as well, to keep up with all of our updates. And I can't wait to hear what everybody has to say about Secret Society 2.
Whoa. Real good. Well, again, I want to thank you for taking time out. Miasha speaking to Aries from UrbanBridgez.com. Again, I love both films. Looking forward to what you do next and continued success.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
You're the first girl I've seen come in here who looks like me and run up digits like these. If you don't mind me asking, what do? You want the truth?
It's demon time.
Told me that these girls was gonna be in this party. That's why I came through.
My job is crisis management. So if there's a crisis, then I'm a manager.
I've been lied to in this business for so long.
Get down!
What you thought was gonna happen?
I didn't think this far ahead.
You need to listen to me. He's dangerous and powerful. I gotta fight power with power.
What are y'all trying to do to me?
People want you dead like they did your friend. I just want to make sure that you're okay.
Oh, you're gonna have to kill them all now, baby, bro. Every last one of them.
It's still hunting season.